we're back for part 3 now.
Hello there.
Yeah. No Star Wars references in this one, please. No, I don't mind. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. But, I think it's been a little while since I recorded.
Been a good long while.
Yeah.
Things have been going on.
Ah,
Things have
well,
been going on.
I've been doing other videos and stuff. I have an order I release them in.
And I literally haven't had a PC for about 2 weeks almost.
Yeah. In any case, last time is the Raditz obviously became a goody guy. He joined his brother, completely thrashed Vegeta into the ground, destroying his
Thanks,
pride completely.
thanks to that odd, well, not odd, that non-legendary wrath form.
Yeah, I think I put a message in the last video where I want to change how the Ikari thing works. Is Goku can't just control it, but it's a case of goes into it if a Saiyan needs it. If a Saiyan's body is under threat, then they will transform into it. They can more easily do that. That's how I'm going to explain it. Why Goku can just transform. Either way, though, the fact that Vegeta was totally destroyed physically and mentally.
In this timeline, because the underling Raditz got one over on him.
Yeah. Which is good. After the battle, obviously Yamcha and Chaozu did kick the bucket. Though, good for them, they
Yep,
do
and
get to train with
Chaozu,
King Kai, so
right.
yeah.
And because Chaozu can't be revived conventionally by the Earth Dragon Balls,
They have to go into space. But
or go into
we'll
space.
get through that. First is one thing that I like. Nappa's the Cybermen were never planted, meaning that Nappa still has them on his I don't know underwear or whatever that thing was he's wearing.
Monkey tail belt.
Yeah.
Or something. The magic satchel, as it's called in animation, when an animated character pulls something out of seemingly nowhere.
Yeah. So those Cybermen, Bulma could get her hands on those and see what they're made of.
Ooh.
Even though she's more of an engineer. I mean, they are like plant creatures basically. So plus, when Bulma wanted to get the after the battle, everyone sort of goes off to do their own thing. While I imagine that Bulma's probably going to show up at the battlefield. I don't know, maybe she finds the Cyberman capsules.
I mean, Capsule Corp did recover Saiyan capsules in the canon, right?
Oh, yeah, I mean, in this timeline
So,
with Nappa's pod, it's not destroyed because Raditz can just go, here, give me, I know how to work this thing. And plus, Bulma's both got, I think, Raditz's as well as... Wait, was Raditz's pod destroyed by Gohan?
yes.
Yeah.
I do believe that Raditz's pod was destroyed by Gohan, but Raditz would know not only how to take care of Vegeta's pod, but Nappa's pod at the same time.
Yeah, so he could just get Nappa's pod so
they
that
have those
Bulma
two
has
pods.
that. Well, Vegeta went back into space with his pod, so...
Oh, right, sorry.
So, but either way, Nappa's pod is secured by Bulma because Raditz is there to understand how the pod's buttons work and such.
Alright, so in the canon, Bulma gets her hands on a Saiyan pod, she presses the wrong button and it explodes. We don't have that in this timeline.
Yeah. Plus, it's not in a hospital at all as well. It's not even in a hospital because no one was as in... Well... Goku and Raditz would have needed a sensu bean, but either way, they're not hospitalized to the extent that they were.
Right. They would have used sensu beans a little more in this timeline, and plus we have significantly less deaths. Tien and Krillin are just fine.
But at the same time, I could see that Tien and Krillin being tasked with collecting the Dragon Ball so they can at least wish Yamcha back.
Yeah, having another hand on deck. I mean, considering the talks about going into space would be a thing, do you think Raditz would be hanging around Capsule Corp more often?
Oh yeah.
They don't need sensu beans.
But because Raditz is spending his time around Capsule Corp, I think a change would be that it's Raditz and Bulma who start hitting it off.
Yes,
Yeah.
and because of this dynamic, when Bulma wants to experiment with the Cyberman, wants to grow one, like he'll get it. Wait, are you insane? You're going to grow a Cyberman with no one to protect you? I, Reddit, shall take up the mantle and be sure that whatever Cyberman you grow obeys your
Yeah,
order.
because I could
You
see
know,
Raditz also in liking Bulma's feisty attitude.
Saiyans like strong women.
Yeah, yeah. So saying males like the strong women's. Well, Goku can actually spend some time with his own family and not have to deal with being in hospital and then going out into space. So he has some time before the ship is ready, and he would probably train with his brother through this little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
Nice time with Go. So how? Well, yeah, probably it would be take about the same time as normal to get the ship.
It would take about the same time.
Yeah. Though this time around, Frieza doesn't know about the Dragon Balls.
Vegeta.
Yeah, but I think we have to go over another thing is what I like the idea of is once they collected all the Dragon Balls to wish Yamcha back, Yamcha, now on King Kai's planet, would go through King Kai to communicate with Krillin and Tien to not wish him back because he has some training to do on this planet and he wants to not just get wished back in time, so he wants to delay the wishing of.
Yeah, he wants to train on King Kai's planet because of how cool the training seems. I could see that.
Yeah. Chaozu as well. He is on there as well, and they're going to be training together. So that's good.
Yeah.
While Piccolo is
the two weaker members of the Z crew.
While Piccolo just ends up off into the wilds again.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. He doesn't want to be around these Saiyans.
Yeah.
Only during emergency situations. Emergency situation happened. It was solved. Fine.
Do you think though that if Goku's spending a little more time with his family, would you want to have Goten be born earlier in the timeline?
So, okay. So, if when it comes down to questions like this, I like to be like, okay, let's take a moment and split the timeline here real quick. If Goten is born early, at the time of the Cell Saga, a third child probably will happen.
Yeah.
If Goten is not born early, then Gohan is able to get the attention that he needs as far as controlling the Akari state that they do have mastered.
Oh yes, that is a good question. That is a good thing about that is that obviously Goku would have taught Gohan how to finally control it. I think there'd be like a full moon in between the Bulma finishing the ship, so like they only have one full moon to do it. Although actually, if Raditz I don't know if Raditz knows the Powerball technique.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah. So if
the Powerball technique was specifically like a Saiyan royal family trick.
Yeah, and I doubt that Vegeta would have taught Raditz.
Yeah, only specific Saiyans were taught how to use that.
Yeah.
In Bardock's case, it was because even though he was a low level Saiyan, he did reach the power level of 10,000. So okay, let's give him this little trick.
Yeah.
Make things easier.
But I'm going back to Goten though. I'm more of the client to say we could have a earlier Goten, like when would it be a case of once the ship is ready, as it got about to leave you, Chi-Chi pretty much tells Goku the news like, oh, she's pregnant again. It's like, all right.
And you know what? And it's bad news. Because she already had her hands full when it came down to getting Gohan trained as far as controlling the big monkey form, and controlling
probably because Kami would be the one probably having some training with that. But for as long as it's just a baby, so the baby's not gonna go out. So here's the thing. They would likely get back before Goten is born, so
They would likely,
yeah.
but the reason why it's kind of a strenuous thing is because Chi Chi doesn't know where they're going, doesn't know how long they're going to be. We get a little scene here where Chi Chi is not showing anger but genuine concern
Yeah.
because all the Saiyans that go through this are now leaving the planet and there's no guarantee that they're ever going to be back.
Although I do imagine Gohan stays on the Earth. I don't think he has. He doesn't really have much of a reason to go out with them. While he could train with his, father and uncle, um, I think Chi
On the
Chi.
way.
Yeah, I think Chi Chi would be like, no, you're not going out into space too. Okay, you're staying here
Yeah,
with.
because we don't have the Mr. Piccolo sacrifice here, so he's
Yeah,
not really
he's not
in
really.
any he's not in any hurry to leave the planet. So I agree with that, but would you think that the Mr. Piccolo bonding would happen while they're gone?
No,
Like,
well, I think go. Well, here's the thing. I think Piccolo would go with. Although, Well, if they're going to Namek, right? They know about Namek from
yeah,
Nappa
they
and
know about Namek, and they know that Kami is actually a Namekian, and like Raditz can even elaborate, like, yeah, Green Man, you're a Namekian. You're
yeah,
not a demon.
yeah.
Those
So,
aren't horns
and
on your
that's
head. They're
why I
antennae.
think Piccolo could go with them as like a ambassador. Like, oh, here's another Namekian. Because I don't think Goku would want to just leave the planet without Piccolo, with Piccolo still on there. Because Piccolo in this timeline is still not a great guy. So having him with them so that they
Yeah, he wouldn't want to. He wouldn't want to leave Piccolo on the planet with. Well, I mean, Tien's alive. I mean, would Tien stay on the planet?
hmm. I think he would want to go into space because his Chiaotzu was killed. To
Yeah, he would want to be part of the mission to help bring Chaozu back.
yeah. So the trip would have Goku, Raditz, Piccolo, Tien, and Krillin. Those five.
Yeah.
Because at the moment there's no real threat to Earth at this time. Which while this is happening, we can go forward into space with what's Vegeta's being up to once he lands on the Frieza planet, whatever number it was.
Through his mind is I'm screwed. I'm screwed. I'm screwed. I'm screwed. My team is gone. Frieza's gonna be mad.
Yeah,
He
and
might
that's
kill me.
and that's the thing. He would probably get called by like someone like a pool or something to Frieza's location, and he'd
Kui would go get him.
actually. I
Because
have
at this
I have
point,
another I have another I have an idea for why Quee's not there, but I'll get to that
oh,
later on. But
so a pool or
or
one of the
Raisin.
other fruit names. Yeah,
Yes.
Private Novell.
Would Frieza kill Vegeta for his insubordination, or
I would think Frieza would just want to laugh at Vegeta because his
humiliate him?
foolhardy ways not only lost him his two other Saiyans, but now, according to Frieza, there are no other Saiyans in existence.
Would Vegeta actually say that on Earth?
He would have to sell out Raditz and Goku who betrayed him.
And that's the thing. If it took Vegeta like a year to get, I'd say that if Frieza were to listen, I don't think Frieza would. He would probably want to send, I don't know, some low class some low level warriors to look at the planet. You know,
Like a scouting mission.
yeah, a scouting mission pretty much. Because he's like, I'm not going there myself, but I'll just send some soldiers over there. Who knows? I don't really. Because he at this point has all these soldiers. He doesn't have to do everything himself, so he's just gonna send them over there.
And the only thing that would in, here's the thing, I only think Frieza would get involved because Raditz was in his employ.
Yeah.
Raditz has gone rogue.
If Raditz wasn't there or a thing, he probably wouldn't give enough of a shit to bother with it. Though I could see Frieza just sort of beaming, like death beaming Vegeta in the shoulder or something for just being an idiot and insubordinate.
But I won't kill you, Vegeta. I'll just give you a wound you'll remember.
Yeah. So that's what Vegeta's going through, and they're now going to keep a tight leash on Vegeta until that scouting mission gets back. Which, it'll probably take a little while for the scouting mission to get to Earth, but, and in fact, it's such...
Would they be sensed? Would they be sensed? Like, if... Okay, so, you said that Tien, Krillin, Raditz, and Goku...
Well, it's going to take them a little while to get to Earth, so... So who knows? I think... For the sake of the story, I think it would take them, like, I don't know, like a month or two to get to Earth. In, like, they have, like... If Toriyama was writing this, he'd probably do something like that just to make it work.
Frieza's ship is far faster than any pod.
Yeah.
I guess would be a logical point on that. The only thing that I would go along is if you wanted to go with the pods, that took them about 9 months to get to Earth. So Frieza, I'd say in the big ships, maybe about 3 months or take.
Yeah, true. But Frieza's not... Oh, would Frieza go to Earth, though?
Once the scouting party... if you're talking about the scouting party, are they using pods? If they're using pods, then we're just going to have... 9 months later, when everybody's there, there's Frieza.
I do have an idea that if the scouting party gets there and it's Gohan and like Tien and Gohan and Roshi and a now revived Yamcha after he's been training on King Kai's world, but
they still have to.
But we'll get to that later. But for now, that's what's happening in space. With Vegeta and Frieza and whatever. Scouting missions on the way to Earth, just to check it out.
And what else is happening in space, because 2 excitable Saiyans are excitable, gravity training.
Yeah, and they haven't done that before. So...
Yeah.
And I think, in this case, it's like 5... And also, Bulma would likely go with them to pilot the ship. She probably would be...
I disagree, and here's why. And if you want to go with Bulma still going there, fine, I'm down with it. But Raditz knows enough about space travel. Why would she be on the ship?
True, but if Toriyama...
And if they're looking for Dragon Balls, Goku already...
If I go with Toriyama's attitude, he'd probably just put Bulma there, because why not? Because he did that with the Namek saga, and Bulma was basically useless in that. So
I mean, Bulma did do research on the planet.
Yeah. But,
we had the crab battle, which was cool.
Yeah, so I still could see Bulma going. So, but she would have to have a separate room away from the gravity room, so she doesn't get crushed. Though this does give more time for her and Raditz to bond. So,
I could see I could see Krillin be like, so you and Bulma, huh? What do you mean? Well, she's kind of paying attention to you more. Yeah, and like he doesn't quite get it,
and he just assumes it's like, well, it's because I'm Raditz. Oh, obviously, I know what I'm doing.
Obviously, space guys are more impressive than Earthlings.
Yeah, so that's.
Don't worry, Baldy. You'll be a Saiyan one day. Oh wait, you won't. He's still pompous as all hell.
And then cut to a timeline where Krillin was like half Saiyan, and what the? Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it takes them probably the same amount of time to get to Namek than it did originally. Was it a month?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I
less.
would say little over. Was it a month?
I
They
think.
were.
No, actually, I don't think it was a month, but it was
I thought it
like.
was like a week.
Yeah. Well,
Well, it was a week in. It was a week in the gravity chamber ship, and that's the one we're using.
oh, yeah,
We're
that's
not.
true.
We're
The
not using the Namek ship.
no, there was no need. There's no need for it. Um, well, though I imagine that ship is thought of like Bulma does collect it and does sort of use it to do to put some more technology into the normal ship. But this is the
They're not
gravity ship.
even.
But yeah, this is the
Yeah, they're not
gravity
even
ship.
hurrying when
So
it
this is
comes
6
down to it.
days. It's going to be 6 days. So there's the thing. Obviously, all the fighters are going to be training in that gravity for those 6 days, and they went up to 100 times gravity, which I still think they could get up to 100 times gravity.
I don't know. Do you think the humans would really keep up with the Saiyans on that front?
Maybe
That's the
maybe
big thing.
80, maybe 80 times Earth gravity.
Yeah, they get a little less because of the humans, but Piccolo is definitely like Namekians and Saiyans. They have warrior races within their ranks. So,
Yeah. So
I could see Piccolo keep up just fine. Tien and Krillin, the gap is starting to be shown.
yeah, so they were like just
At
over
length.
1,000, so I could see them getting a times 8 boost. So they would go up to 8,000 and such, or 8 to 9,000, which, yeesh, that's not great.
I agree with that. It's
Yeah.
not great, but they do have. Well, I mean, the Saiyans have the forms on their side, and I'm sure someone will mention the Namekian fusion eventually. So
Yeah,
Piccolo's
so
covered. It's just
nine,
Krillin and Tien that have to watch it.
9,000, so maybe Krillin, and yeah, so Piccolo maybe gets the same, like Piccolo, Raditz and Goku get like a times 10.
Yeah, the Piccolo and Raditz, or not Piccolo and Raditz, Goku and Raditz. Thing is, they're Saiyans, so we could do the times 10 on that because fuck it, like not only Akari,
Mm.
I get about the Zenkais when it comes down to that.
Yeah, so they're like reaching into the 8 to 80,000, 90,000 range at this point. So it's good for them.
So we could do the 10 times on Goku and Raditz.
Yeah.
It's Piccolo, Tien, and Krillin we can't do the 10 times on.
So
We do maybe 8 times?
maybe I would bump Piccolo 9 times, humans 8 times. So we have like a increasing level of
Yeah, that way we have an exponential difference
yeah. So
in power.
so obviously that they get there, like, and the world's mostly at peace. And this is where I bring Kui into it, because Frieza knows about Namek, right? So, and he went to Namek because it's like he learned about the Dragon Balls. So, okay, I'm going to Namek. They have Dragon Balls there. Hopefully, I can wish for immortality. This timeline, Frieza just sent Kui and a group of his elite men to the planet to scout it out. Maybe see if there's any resources that could be used to into the Empire, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to get to the planet, and it's going to be relatively peaceful. But obviously, that's not going to last forever. As I think,
it's not.
As soon as they get on the planet, I could see two of Kui's men just sort of come across them because of a ship landing. They're like, "Oh, you two just go and look at that," you know.
Yep, just go scout out that ship coming into view.
Yeah.
Would they be terrorizing the Namekians?
Probably, though they don't know about Dragon Balls, so the Namekians can hide those pretty quickly. So
Okay.
yeah, because originally they were like, "Well, I don't know about Dragon Balls," and it's like, I know you have Dragon Balls. That's why I'm here. In this one, they
Right.
don't know about the Dragon Balls, so they're just there to either look at the planet and then. Because I think at this point they've been looking at the planet and they realize that there's really no resources but like a bunch of these Namekians. Let's just mess with them, you know.
Yeah, they got some weird cabbage. They got some giant crabs. That's about it.
Yeah,
Like
and so
this is a dust ball of a planet.
ha-
No,
how many of Quee's men?
what?
How many men does Quee have? Do you think?
That's a hard call because Kui doesn't strike me as a high-ranking officer of the Frieza forces.
Yeah, I think he's like 18,000, so he's on that. He's like lower than Dodori or Zarbon, but like higher than the rank and file.
Yeah, and considering he was bragging like, "Oh, you and I are the same power level, Vegeta," not realizing that Vegeta healing is gonna make him more powerful.
Yeah. So
I think it's safe to assume just like one full ship, not even like a flagship, like one of Frieza's smaller crafts.
yeah, the ones we see, like those smaller little crafts that it's like maybe 8. We like have 8 men here to
Yeah, just a small squad,
yeah. But here's the thing.
which gets the job done when it comes down to the Namekians.
Yeah, true. They're all high power levels. Quee's obviously the strongest, but I imagine they're all over 10,000. Yeah.
Frieza would be like, you know what? Take some soldiers that are around your power level.
Yeah.
You know.
And so 2 of those guys sort of come across the ship. They don't destroy the ship, but as Goku and Raditz could probably deal with them pretty quickly. Just they are they are either killed or knocked unconscious. Well, Goku would knock them unconscious. Raditz is more likely to kill them because he knows what the Frieza Force is like.
Right.
And he'd be like,
he would totally.
he'd probably think that he would probably have to say that to his brother that the Frieza Force, you cannot try and talk with them. They will not listen. They are this force of nature that evil to its very core. He wants to deal with that.
Like,
yeah.
I would see Tien like go up to one of the down soldiers, like, well, if they won't listen, maybe we could listen to them. And he would like take the scouter off his face and hand it to Raditz, and Raditz would just kind of smirk, like, I like the way you think, Triclops.
Why do I like the idea that Tien and Raditz just become like buddy in the future?
Because Tien is mostly about fighting, and Raditz is like getting stronger.
Yeah, but so yeah, they can talk over what's happening. Although I could see Tien or Krillin, or Piccolo probably interrogating one of them, see what's going on as well. But,
yeah, I can see that where they killed one of the guys and took the other one.
Yeah.
They destroyed one scouter, and since Raditz knows how to use scouters, he's wearing it.
He's picking up what's happening.
Paying attention.
And he realizes, oh, Quee's on this planet. Well, that's something.
They would ask, like, what's his power level like? And he's like, only 18,000. I said, only. We've really gone far, haven't we, brother?
And Goku's like, yeah, we sure have, haven't we?
I remember when my power level was rivaling yours. Like,
Jazz's
realizing
brothers.
that this was a good idea to stick with them.
Yeah, he's way happier than he has ever been under the Frieza Force. Being able to just cut loose now that he's so much stronger. Like, he's having this trip of like, I am invincible kind of thing.
Right, he is having a power trip, but and since he knows this from the scouter, he will know that Frieza's not on the planet.
Which is, yeah, he's happy. But yeah, it's good.
Because if Frieza was on the planet, we're getting out.
Yeah, then I could see them, like... So Bulma's probably gonna message back to Earth that, oh, they got to Namek. There's some issue with some of these, like, Frieza Forces guys, and...
Mm-hmm.
But what I love about doing this is that as well. In this timeline, we don't get a Frieza encounter. We don't have Frieza as like the main threat yet. It's like we're slowly introducing the Frieza Force as a as a unit. So
it's potential. Yeah.
So
it's gradually coming into frame.
Yeah. So with the 6, actually, and that is true. Like there are 6 more soldiers. There are 6 villages, plus the Namekian Elder's place. So
I would think that like
they would split up.
It would be like, well, about how strong are these guys? Well, usually the average power level of a Frieza soldier is about 2,000. Not anything to really write home about with our power levels. However, these are more elite soldiers, so they're quite a bit more powerful. You and Triclops would have a hard time. I think the Namekian would be okay. And Kakarot and I will be alright. And so they would sense about the villages, so Tien would come up with the strategy of Tien and Krillin would stay together and go to one village.
Yep.
Piccolo to another. Goku to another. Raditz to another.
And it'd be interesting because Piccolo, meeting his species, meeting his people, straight up here, be interesting for them because another Namekian.
Right.
And
I could see like several Namekian warriors have already died.
Yeah.
You know, and the guy that he meets, another slug man.
No, I just imagine he's going after. I think the soldier could be going after one of the Namekian children, and then Piccolo just grabs his arm. Like that'd be a very bad idea. As he pummels him in the face.
Yep, and Piccolo kind of uses the element of basically taking advantage of the pomposity of these Frieza soldiers. Like, man, you're just another slug, man. This is gonna be quick. Okay.
And he shoots his beam, his weapon thing, and it's like, Piccolo just flings it away. And it's like, he uses a scouter, and he just picks up Piccolo's powers, just like 50 or something. It's like, shit, that ain't nothing.
Yeah.
And it's like, he then, bats away one of his attacks. It's like, wait, that ain't right.
Right. So Piccolo would take advantage of the situation, completely wreck him.
Yeah, and kill him.
Then ask about Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
Only afterwards, like making sure. Like Raditz, I feel like Raditz would tell everybody, all right, but if you have to fight one of them, crush their scouter.
Yeah. So
you don't want Frieza coming close.
Yeah. So obviously that was Piccolo's little adventure. While we can get Tien and Krillin's in their own another village.
Yeah, they'd have to double team one soldier though, if we're talking 10,000.
Yeah. So and I could see that
with roughly 4,500 and 5,000.
You know what'd be interesting is if Krillin uses the solar flare while Tien uses the tri-beam to just blind them and then total and wreck. Or or it could be a case where Tien uses the solar flare and then Krillin uses the what was it? The Kienzan to successfully sever that Frieza soldier in half.
That's the one I would go for.
Yeah.
Like you could argue the Dodon Ray, but the Dodon Ray is not a death ray.
Yeah.
It's not a death beam.
Yeah.
So Krillin with the Destructo Disc, like they would have a fight beforehand. They would be fighting this guy, and they would have to strategize in the middle of the fight. It would be a full episode of goodies with two of the bald humans working together.
And then Queez now is like, wait, his men are dying like flies here. What the hell?
Mm-hmm. Raditz would just put a hole through a soldier. Like he would sense out where the soldier is as soon as possible. He would be underhanded as far as that's concerned. He wouldn't make a big debacle of it because he doesn't want Frieza on the planet. Yeah,
and so the only word he gets out of that Frieza soldier, the only word he has is like, wait, aren't you one of those? And then he gets killed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Quickly, quietly, make that happen.
Yeah, so that was his.
Goku, however.
Goku. Goku.
So he
Goku.
would arrive in the village. He would look around, like the soldier that's going after him. Let's give him like a little.
Well, well, what are you doing here? And what are you?
Oh, hey, I'm Goku.
I'm a
Saiyan
Saiyan from Earth.
from Earth. Like cue the friggin' like whole audience like face palming.
Oh, god damn it, Goku!
Goku had to say Earth. Friggin' job.
Yeah, so now
Well-
that's gonna get into Frieza's head, like, okay, that's right, and that's when, so that's in Frieza's mind.
I think when that got back to Frieza, like, oh, Earth, really? Summon Vegeta immediately.
Yeah, and
Oh,
so,
Vegeta, you have a golden opportunity on your shoulders to make up for your previous failure. It seems the people that you fought on Earth are on Namek for some reason. Could you possibly know why? No clue, Lord Frieza. Well, clean up this mess and make sure Vegeta cleans it up thoroughly. I want my new planet to sell after all.
yeah,
So Dodoria would go with Vegeta.
to Namek.
So, yep, Vegeta and Dodoria would head off to Namek. While Goku is just finishing with that soldier guy.
And you know what? The Namekians are happy for these, new warriors from Earth to be here. And they'd likely hand over the dragon because they would probably sense that their wish is honorable. They want to bring back their friends.
Yeah, they would know, they would know automatically after the scouters busted and all that.
Yeah.
Because Goku would still do that. Like, hey, so are you going to take your scouter off or do I have to destroy it in the middle of this fight? You know, like, why are you doing that? And he's like, oh, because, well, my brother's kind of paranoid, I guess.
It's like Goku.
I don't know why.
Goku, I know, well, he wasn't an idiot back in Z, but, like, he does tend to wear out, he does tend to go for the fights, extend the fights out longer than he has to.
Right, and he does here because the scouter doesn't get broken quite yet.
So now Qui only has two of his men left. I imagine he's...
Well, one if you count himself.
True, yes.
He would report. I figured he'd report back, and Dodoria would be like, "Oh, calm yourself down. Help is on its way.
Yeah.
You just keep yourself alive, or, well, kill something."
Yeah.
Seem to be stupid at doing that.
But obviously, they're I guess they would manage to collect all the Dragon Balls by the time the 6 of the Dragon Balls would be heading over to Guru's place.
That would be the 6 Dragon Balls from the 6 villages.
Yep.
And then they would ask Bulma, like, there's the last one. And so Bulma would say, it's over here, that direction.
Yep.
I would think, like, they would sense and be like, we don't sense any of the Frieza soldiers over there. Tien decides, you know what? And Krillin will scout it out at first, just to be safe. You guys follow.
They were doing the stealth mode.
The stealth mode.
Yeah. Because they after hearing how strong Qui is, yeah, they're more inclined to just only scout out what's happening and make sure that they don't get hit out. But so Piccolo, Raditz, and actually, because you know what, yeah, so they're going to head to Guru's place. Yeah.
Yep, they would head to Guru's. Krillin and Tien ahead of the crew, but they are being tailed.
I didn't hear that. You kind of cut out.
They would be tailed by Qui, who wants answers.
And he's the last man that he has.
Yep.
It's just, that's So, yeah, they'd probably get to Guru's, and that'd be good for them because Guru would obviously understand, like, they have good intentions with what they want to do. And I think they would get Goku, Raditz, and Piccolo would probably get their potentials unlocked.
Agreed.
Yeah. As
Goku
there is a
wouldn't
threat
want
to the world, as well he does sense out that there are 2 new powers coming to the planet. That being Dodoria and Vegeta.
Yeah.
So he knows that they need to, which just makes that it's just gonna make those 3 way stronger. Like,
yeah, they would. I don't think the Saiyans would take it because Raditz in a pride where like I want to get strong on my own. I don't want some magic trick doing it. And Goku would be like, well, if it's the absolute potential unlocking, then what's the fun in that? I would like to learn what my potential is the regular way.
That is true. The Saiyan pride and them wanting to get stronger on their own, that would make sense. Though, for Piccolo, I think he would accept it. Just...
Yeah, and it's more potent for Piccolo because of that Namekian connection.
Yeah. Though, you know what? I'd probably say that only the... Kui doesn't go to Guru's place. It's only that one single soldier that's left. Just...
I'm saying, maybe Kui is able to tail them, but not really arouse suspicion. But then you have to think that they sense energy. Like, how is Kui gonna pull this off?
Yeah, so... And that's the thing, they aren't. As they immediately sense Kui and that other soldier coming to that location.
Yep, they would, and I think at this point they'd be like, oh good, I was getting bored about talking to the Namekians, and that's when Krillin and Tien are like, well hang on, I want to see what our new powers can do.
Well, wait, was Krillin and Tien here as well?
It's Krillin and Tien were leading.
Oh, okay. I thought you said they were going to spy. I thought you said they were going to spy on...
Kui is going to spy on them.
Oh, okay. I got you. So, yeah, okay, so those 2 getting their potentials unlocked. Oh,
yeah,
man.
they're getting their potentials unlocked, and they would have a showdown with Kui and the soldier, and realize, wow, we're strong now. Yeah.
Yeah. That is great for them.
The tried and true formula for that power unlock is add a 0 to the end of their current power level and knock it down a 1,000 or 2,000.
Wow, it is a increase of quite a bit because they're already like what 8,000 or so up there. So
they're 8,000. That would be 80. That would be like 78,000, 79,000.
Yeah, they are going to be defeating Kui and that other soldier.
Yeah, completely demolishing them.
But so would Kui? You know what? Something after obviously one of the first soldier was killed, the nameless soldier by Raditz or Piccolo. I could see that Kui just trying to fly off, and then Nail just comes in and just, where do you think you're going? As he babbities.
Well, he would have already made his entrance, so they would have known about him.
Well, yeah, Nail.
They would have known about Guru.
Yeah, I know but here's the thing. What I'm saying is Nail then, just because he's meant to be the protector of Guru, he then just slices Kui in half with his hand.
Yeah, like you and your men have caused enough trouble around Namek. Goodbye.
Sliced
with Namekian nails, which are harder than steel, apparently.
He basically barbities him.
Basically!
Yeah.
Right there. And that, the scouter readings would get back to Vegeta and Dodoria. Like, oh my god, why are they this powerful?
Well,
what's going on?
Honestly, I still like the idea that those guys, they don't know how strong the 5 of them are now, as that they get the reading that Kui just died. That idiot for dying to people who's so weak. You know, having this.
At this point, Vegeta would be like, "Nah, they're clever."
He wouldn't say
They are
anything to
clever.
Dodoria. He wouldn't say anything to Dodoria, because why
Oh,
would?
he's hoping that they clean up Dodoria.
Well, he wants to clean up Dodoria. He's now stronger than the purple spiked guy
Yeah,
girl.
but at this point, Vegeta will be like, okay, I can't stay in Frieza's employ, and so step one of getting my own freedom is try to get Dodoria killed.
Mm.
I know about Vegeta and Dodoria approaching though.
Oh, actually, they would know because of Guru's mind, because he did sense that
Guru would
he
tell
did
them.
sense the Ginyu Force coming to Namek, which they're not here yet, or they probably aren't going to be here for a little while.
No, because Frieza sent
Them to
Goku
Yardrat,
and Vegeta
but
so that hopefully Vegeta will just die and not be a part of it. You know, like at this point, Frieza doesn't know about Dragon Balls, so this is going to be a fun little mission to
yes.
observe. You know,
Actually, how strong? Oh yeah, well, they're still. But so yeah, eventually, obviously, yeah, Dodoria and Vegeta get to Namek.
I imagine they're a lot closer than Earth.
Hmm.
Mm, well, I'm just thinking like if they're going in pods, then the proximity to Namek has got to be a lot closer.
Yeah, it is. If and plus, the distance in space is just completely stupid in Dragon Ball. So
It is. It
so
is.
don't try to bring science. Don't try to bring
It's
realistic.
like Toriyama's doing what he wants to do.
And like I'm doing.
He wouldn't do that.
Yeah. So yeah.
They would arrive. I mean, it didn't take long for the Ginyu Force to friggin' arrive, so it shouldn't take them long.
Yeah, they get there, and obviously the Z team are gonna head them up before they do any damage.
I would think at first, like, Krillin would look in the sky and be like, "That's Vegeta!" Like, still scared about what happened.
And then just like Tien's, oh, actually Piccolo would be like, "You're stronger than him now."
You're all stronger than him. You know, I don't know. I don't know what the big deal is. Well, let's just go finish him off. And that's where Raditz would be like, "No, it's mine. I
Nah.
better finish business with that man." Of course, Goku would be like, "Well, I'm coming with you. There are two of them, so I would at least want it to be a fair fight between you and Vegeta." Fair? Vegeta? You really are out of brain cells, aren't you, Kakarot? Look, I still want it to be a fair fight, and a good one, too. Besides, you're not going to be the only one going at Vegeta. You're going to take the glory from me. No, we can play rock, scissors, paper. No dice. But you're welcome to watch.
Yeah.
So the Saiyans go off.
They're just gonna, well, the other
Yeah,
three.
they're gonna handle Dodoria and Vegeta.
Actually, while this is happening, Piccolo, Krillin, and Tien are going to use the Dragon Balls because they have all seven of them now.
And they have all seven. They can get their wishes done.
And Nail can use the password to unlock them. That's good for them.
Yep. Nail is in the picture.
Yep. And so, obviously, the first wish would be to wish, like, because they would realize that they can't multi-res, but they only need to wish back two people, so that's fine.
Well, they only needed the two.
Yeah.
But what would they use the third wish on?
I know. But Chaozu wished back on, and this brings up what's happening on King Kai's planet, because I have the idea that Chaozu would learn the Spirit Bomb, while Yamcha would learn the Kaioken. Okay, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and because here's the thing, Vegeta's hatching a plan in his head, thinking.
Vegeta would figure a way to take out Dodoria.
So they first wish.
Vegeta would definitely figure that out.
Yeah. In fact, before they can even fight, Vegeta just freaking vaporizes Dodoria.
Yeah.
He just.
Vegeta would stab Dodoria in the back.
Yeah.
As soon as Dodoria's in trouble about fighting Raditz and Goku. Real quick The torso
Yeah.
goes through it,
And then
what
yo, but
he would basically do to Dodoria here what he did to Zarbon in Canon.
yeah. And he would probably try and make a truce with Kakarot and Raditz. That the two of them.
Yeah, but of course, while Goku's like, why should we listen to you? Raditz is like, nah.
Why would Raditz?
Big trouble.
Why would Raditz? Actually, and this is where the wish was being made to bring Chiaotzu and Yamcha back to life, which is what happens. The last wish is used to for everyone in the Frieza Force to forget about Namek.
Yeah, to save Namek as far as that's concerned.
That's how that would work. Because Vegeta wouldn't be counted in that wish because he just backstabbed Dodoria, meaning he's no longer in the Frieza Force. He's not in that wish. So
right.
So, and that I feel like is a very something that they would wish for. It's like, Frieza's an issue, right? He's going to come to Namek any case. So, let's just have the entire Frieza Force forget that Namek exists. Or have the wish be that Namek is stripped from all galactic maps. Like, no one knows what it is. And anyone outside of Namek or... anyone outside of Namek doesn't know. Depends. Well, how would the wish be said? Like,
yeah, it has to be really specific if you're trying to go this road.
I guess just have it. All the Frieza Force. None of them remember the Namek exists. Just.
Yeah, they would, or they would just have the wish to move Namek.
Yeah, but I don't think it would move it right away. They'd probably wait to do that for the next wish. And this is just a good way of dealing with it for now. Until the Dragon Balls are ready again.
Yeah, they could...
So it's erased from all Frieza Force galactic maps, and none of the Frieza Force members know that Namek is a thing. Which they would do as well. So Frieza, 1 minute is going, okay, I'm going to go to that. And then the wish comes in and is like, what are they talking about again? It's like, I don't know, Lord Frieza.
Yeah, they have no clue.
Yes,
what happened there.
Dodoria's dead, Quee's dead, Zarbon's still out in space somewhere.
Yep. Vegeta's more than likely dead. Oh, good. I can laugh at that. You know.
Yeah, he doesn't know where Vegeta went. He probably died somewhere. He didn't actually. He doesn't remember where he sent Vegeta. He's just gone from the radars.
Either way, Namek's out of the way of the Frieza Force's influence, and Vegeta's even like, what am I doing here? They're technically working for Frieza.
No, if Frieza's no longer a part of the Frieza Force, so he's not affected by the wish.
Right.
Yeah. So, that's...
So...
And then, honestly, at that point, they could just... Go home. But before that, the scout mission finally reaches Earth.
Yeah, they're gonna check that out.
And who's waiting for them is Yamcha. Now with Kaioken under his belt, and who's now trained under King Kai.
Scouts would have to match that 2,000 power level, and Yamcha's power level at the beginning of the same saga was over 1,000. So with the 10 times multiplier of the gravity training,
as well as Gohan. Gohan would also be there to help, because...
Gohan would be there to help.
Roshi as well. And Chiaotzu, once, yeah. It'd just go buff.
Yep, they're able to handle the scout team of Frieza soldiers.
And so...
get them out of there.
And that's the... Yeah. And so... It gets Frieza... So at this point, Frieza's... He's lost contact with Dodoria. He doesn't know where the hell he went. Quee's gone. For some reason. Like, he's just... gone. He's probably dead as well.
Completely faded from the radar. Dodoria completely faded from the radar.
Yeah, that scout team that he sent to Earth is gone. Where did they go? But,
Clearly, more is going on as far as Earth is concerned, though.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing. Now would Vegeta go with the Z fighters because he doesn't really have any other place to go.
I mean, he would probably slum it in space for a while and then end up on Earth.
Yeah, true. He'd probably be like, "Well, see you," as that was basically his way of getting away from the Freezer Force. If that but at this
I
point,
just wanted Dory out of my way.
and and then the sky would go back to normal. It's like, why did the sky go dark for a minute there? That was weird.
Goku's about to say, "Oh, that's because."
And,
Shut up, Kakarot.
Shut up, please.
It's bad enough the Freezer Forces know about Earth.
Yeah. So it's likely Bulma snagged some technology from Qui's ship and Dodori's, because yeah, her being a scientist. That's So now the rest. So Vegeta goes off into space to do whatever. Maybe try and decimate some of the Freezer planets. Out on the outskirts.
Yeah, one or two at a time.
Yeah. While everyone else starts heading back to Earth. But the first stop they make is actually, I would want to have it be Yardrat, because there's one group that we haven't actually met yet. The group that is the Ginyu Force. And they were originally tasked with going to Yardrat. So
they would arrive on Yardrat, and in the middle of the Ginyu Force trying to take over the planet.
Yeah, so I think they would arrive. Maybe there's a distress call, or maybe the ship that they're on is sort of malfunctioning, and they need to go to a planet for repairs, and that just be Yardrat. But though I forgot. So basically, they go. Yeah, so their ship they're heading back. They go maybe a space electric storm or something, or what causes something to break in the ship, and they need to go down to a planet for repairs.
A natural occurrence, yeah.
Yeah, and they go to and that being Yardrat, who is now under siege from the Ginyu Force, and I would say that would be a good way to. That would be a good place to end it for the time being.
With the next saga being the Ginyu Saga.
Yeah, the next saga being Yardrat. Yeah. So Frieza hasn't been killed yet. Frieza's off somewhere. Maybe he's gonna head to Earth now because.
And they still have no idea what the hell Dragon Balls are.
He doesn't. It's just great.
Yeah. This is gonna be great for the next part. Hope y'all tune in.
Yes. Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.